Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada kelas 5F untuk kod PAD350. Sorry madam agak terlambat hari ni sebab madam baru balik daripada melawat orang meninggal kan. Okey, so hari ni kita akan melihat kepada presentation yang terakhir ke untuk grup 5F?
Kedua
Yang
dah
terakhir
akhir.
ke ni?
Tak.
Kedua, ada dua ke hari ni?
Satu je.
Satu grup hari ni.
Oh, satu je. Lepas tu minggu depan ada lagi ke?
Ada.
Oh, okey lah, tak apalah. Okey lah macam tu. So, hari ni dengan tajuk apa? Dengan grup NGO mana yang kamu buat? Beritahu tak daripada NGO mana?
United Nation, madam. United Nation.
United Nation. Okey, kejap madam buka link. Okey, sebentar.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nora Smalina binti Abdul Rashid. My group members and I will present about United Nations. The United Nations is an intergovernmental organization that are focusing on international peace and security, becoming a center of action of harmonizing nations and achieving international cooperations by developing friendly among nations. United Nations are focusing on 17 goals of Sustainable Development Goals, and among them which are no poverty, gender equality, quality education and zero hunger. Firstly, no poverty. In COVID-19 pandemic, poverty have been highly increasing because of the virus. Every decade of progress that is supposed to fight against poverty can be reversed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Therefore, United Nations will take an actions to fight against poverty in the world through the International Days for the Eradications of Poverty programs. Second is gender equality. Gender equality is known as sexual equality, where the state will find out about the gender through the access of resources in their countries. The fact is women cannot present to develop their potential, especially in a level of political leaderships. Thus, United Nations have brought these matters to solve the gender equality by making an improvement in some areas such as female genital mutilations and child marriage. It is to make sure that women and girls can enjoy their full gender equality in their countries. Third is quality education. It aims for quality education that can be accessed for every children and young person in this world. Education should be placed as the main priority because it can be the reason for countries' development. United Nations have progressed in this matter where literacy, numeracy, physical development, social emotional development, and learning have been developed to 3 and 4 children in 74 countries. Lastly, zero hunger. Zero hunger, or can be known as end hunger, it promotes food security, sustainable agriculture, and improved nutrition for people. Many people cannot have enough and proper meal for themselves and their families because of their income and the price of goods. There are too expenses in the market. A world with zero hunger can produce more productive people that can impact the economy, health, education, and social developments in the countries.
First program is International Day for the Eradications of Poverty.
This program is under the United Nations that was adopted on 22 December 1992 through resolutions by the General Assembly that declared that 7 October as International Day for the Eradications of Poverty. This program is about eradicating poverty and being goal number 1 in Sustainable Development Goal. After the death of Joseph Wersinki, who is the founder of the Fourth World ATD International Movement, October 17 is the International Day for the Eradication for Poverty, which has been officially designated by the United Nations. Furthermore, General Assembly encouraging every state to involve in many ways, such as presenting and promoting that suitable with national context, and also activities that can eradicate the poverty. To make this program more successful, the involvement of intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations in helping to manage the program as well as holding their own organizational activities can launch the result of this program on that day. With this program, everyone will realize that it is difficult and miserable for those who live in poverty, and this is an opportunity for the public to give their attention to this. This is because if more and more people are more open and aware of the problem of poverty, including the poor themselves, because they are the ones who can fight the poverty they experience. Each year, the program will have a theme to be chosen by United Nations itself, with a discussion with people living in poverty as well as civil society organizations. Theme for International Day for Eradication of Poverty is Folding Forward Together, Ending Persistent Poverty, Respecting All People and Our Planet. Next is UN Women. Under United Nations, UN Women is been the one entity that focuses on gender equality and women empowerment. This entity helps the women and also girls to be the global champion with establishing the accelerated progress to fulfill their needs. Sustainable Development Goals that UN Women practice is SDG Goal 4 and 5, which is quality education and gender equality. UN member states is getting support from UN member states because of their global standard that they are implemented are effective and give benefits to women and girls worldwide. Cooperating together with governments and civil society to create laws, policies, programs and services is also the global standard set by the UN member states to achieve the gender equality. Under UN Women, quality education is also one of the programs that they want to improve, especially for women. UN Women also want to make sure that all boys and girls also can get the inclusive and equitable quality educations and get a lifelong opportunities in learning. By 2020, some target that UN Women targeted on quality education is to make sure that all the boys and girls get a free and equality primary and secondary educations. The development of their early childhood is quality and eliminates disparities in education. Another that gender equality is the main goal of the UN Women. The reason why UN Women is prioritize gender equality is that it is not only a basic human right, but its achievement has enormous socio-economic ramifications. Furthermore, empowering women through thriving economies, spurring productivity and growth, because until now, gender inequalities remain deeply entrenched in every society. To make sure their organizations are more efficient, UN Women create the more program that focus on gender equality and women empowerment, which is Divisions for the Advancement of Women, International Research and Training Institute for the Advancement of Women, Office of the Special Advisor on Gender Issues and Advancement of Women, and United Nations Development Fund for Women. Next is the Zero Hunger Challenge. The Zero Hunger Challenge is a United Nations effort aimed at reducing hunger around the world. Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the United Nations, established the Zero Hunger Challenge in 2012. He also remarked that by working together, we can end hunger, eliminate all types of malnutrition, and create inclusive and sustainable food system. The Zero Hunger vision of a world free of hunger, malnutrition, and rural poverty accomplished through an integrated strategy and food system reform is fully aligned with the 2020 agenda, which lays out the goals and targets that must be met in order to make the vision a reality. The Zero Hunger Challenge mission is to bring all the stakeholders together to communicate the importance of food security, nutrition, and inclusive, sustainable, and resilient agriculture in achieving the goals of the 2020 agenda, as well as to encourage, engage, accelerate, and amplify collective action to create food systems that work for everyone. The principle of the Zero Hunger Challenge is first universality, inclusiveness, transparency, integrity, accountability, sustainability, human rights based, country-led, gender sensitive, and also partnership driven. The 5 elements of Zero Hunger Challenge is all food systems are sustainable from production to consumption. Second, an end to rural poverty, doubles small-scale producer incomes and productivity. Next, adapt all food systems to eliminate loss or waste of food. Assess adequate food and healthy diets for all people all year round. And lastly, an end to malnutrition in all its forms.
Next, suggestion for improvement of the program. The program implemented by the United Nations have a positive impact on the people. These are effects such as reducing the poor, gender equality, getting kids educated, and also reducing the hunger faced by the people. Therefore, here are some suggestions for improvement for the program implemented. Firstly, they program until poverty eradication. For this program, the proposed improvement that can be done is to increase the involvement of government and non-government bodies. With the involvement of the organization, they can help manage the program by holding activities to launch the program. For example, activity provide assistance to the poor and the disabled. With the kind of involvement, it can give awareness that people with disabilities have the right to feel life like everyone else. In addition, it can alleviate the burden of the poor and in turn can eradicate poverty little by little. Therefore, the involvement of various parties is important for the success of this program. This is because it can make everyone aware that the poor need to be helped and given attention. Secondly, gender equality. This program is a program that focuses on gender equality and women empowerment. For the improvement that can be made is one of them by implementing various programs led by women and provide opportunities for women to become elected representatives in order to raise the dignity of women in the eyes of the world. With this, it can prove that women can also be competent and efficient leaders. This can to some extent give awareness to everyone that women also have the right to have a say and make decisions. Programs that can be implemented, for example, such as women have the right to have a say. Thirdly, quality education. Improvement that can be made are to provide learning facility to female and male students. For example, providing assistance from the wearing of school uniforms, stationery, and school bags. This can help underprivileged students to get a good education. In addition, hold safe motivation camp for students to make students aware of the importance of quality lessons. With a motivational camp like this, it can provide a lot of knowledge to students. In addition, it also gives new experiences and useful experience in the future to them. Therefore, this is an opportunity to produce successful and competent young people from quality education. Lastly, zero hunger. The proposed improvement from this program is to increase the number of campaigns to provide food aids to the underprivileged and homeless. This campaign can be done twice a month. Donations can be made for kitchen items, wet items such as fish and chickens as well as vegetables. With the help, it can reduce the burden of the poor and homeless, and it turn can reduce hunger. This ensures that smooth running of the program is implemented in the present of the future.
Following that, I will discuss the program advantages. First benefit of the program under United Nations (UN) to sustainable development is increased awareness and action to alleviate global poverty. International Day are occasions to educate the general public on issues of concern and mobilize political will. The UN observes designated days, weeks, years, and decades, each with a theme or topic. By creating special observance, the UN promotes international awareness and action on these issues. Each International Day offers many actors the opportunity to organize activities related to the theme of the day. Organization and office of the UN system, and most importantly, government, civil society, and others make an International Day a springboard for awareness-raising actions. Besides promoting gender equality and women's empowerment, They are often denied access to basic education and healthcare. Women in all parts of the world suffer violence and discrimination. They are underrepresented in political and economic decision-making processes. In working to change that, working in a close consultation with community leaders and governments, UN Women collects and disseminates evidence to shape effective policy and programs. Heart of this work is ensuring that everyone everywhere, regardless of gender, has the same opportunity to lead, to learn, to earn a decent living, and to live a life free from violence and discriminations. After that, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. UN Women's acts to promote equality in education through the revision of school curriculum and policies to counteract gender discriminations and equal access to vocational education and training as well as information technologies. Together with partners, they have worked on school curriculums and on virtual schools. As a result, more girls than ever before are going to schools. Lastly, Hangar achieve food security and improve nutrition. Poor harvesting practices as well as food wastage have contributed to food scarcity. So the 5 elements of the Zero Hunger Challenge, ZHC, if integrated into nationally SDG implementation strategies, can end hunger and pay dividends right across a broad range of SDGs. This is due to ZHC provides a platform that brings together government, civil society, the UN nations systems, and others for collective impact in the area of food security, nutrition, and sustainable food systems. A world with zero hunger can positively impact economic health, education, equality, and social development. It is a key piece of building a better future for everyone.
In conclusion, sustainable development goals are very crucial to improve people's life and poverty in the countries and protect the planet for everyone. The suggestions of the program can be the platform for United Nations to improve their program to be better than before to achieve the goals in these pandemics. Finally, United Nations plays an important role to solve these matters and develop the countries, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you kepada grup United Nations. So kalau kita tengok dia clear dia senang dia buat United Nations je. So United Nations memanglah buat dia yang membuat 17 SDG tu, tapi tak apalah sebab kita fikir okay, sama asalkan pertubuhan and then kita lebih macam lebih mendalam lagi lah kita belajar pasal SDG tu. Cumanya kita tahu lagi apa-apa program yang United Nations buat secara spesifik. Kalau tak, kita tak berapa tahu sangat contoh macam eradication, poverty dan macam mana. Tapi it's a very high level lah maksudnya orang kata sebab United Nations is a very big ataupun the biggest organisation. But it's okay, tak apa sebab kita akan lebih faham. Okay, so Media akan evaluate kamu punya presentation. Kejap. Nampak ke yang Media paparkan ni?
Nampak, Madam.
Alright. Assignment. Okay, hari tu boleh buat ke? Niha? Boleh buat ke test? Boleh buat ke?
Alhamdulillah, boleh Madam.
Yeah. Okay, Environment Defense Fund dah ke belum? Dah kan?
Dah, minggu lepas.
Minggu lepas. So, okay, this one dah. United Nations hari ni. Cek. World Wildlife Fund minggu depan ke?
Minggu depan.
Alright, so kita simpanlah untuk minggu satu lagi tu. Okay. Dah letak belum dah? Terbatuk anak Madam ni. Return. Okay. Presentation skills, every member demonstrate clear oral explanation, good rapport with the audience, use correct grammar, confident, inspiring, interesting, and respond effectively. Okay, maybe ada some yang rasa good, ada yang rasa macam baca je, ada yang salah pronunciation. So maybe they would like to give 4 lah for the presentation skill, yeah. Alright. Okay, contents, approach to introduction, illustration, discussion is logically. Yang ni okay. Content, I don't have problem with the content. It's good. Alright. Personal appearance, yes. Personal appearance, okay. Baju yang okay. Teamwork, okay lah, well organized. Creativity tu ada. Tadi yang masa yang last presenter tu pasal macam bunyi ombak-ombak. Memang bunyi ombak atau memang duduk pantai memang kamu letak? Ayam dah habis. Ada meja tengok. And then creativity dia boleh bagi 5 lah. Okay, kreatif. Alright, so total berapa ni markah? 4 tambah 6, 10, 16. Tambah 6, 22. 22 tambah 5, 27. Okay lah. Okay tak 27 ni?
Okay,
Okay,
madam.
madam. Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you, madam.
Alright. Bolehlah madam beri pada kamu semua. Sekejap. Alright, so ni dah ni. So jangan lupa buat ni lah. Jangan lupa buat ni apa orang kata? Jangan lupa buat report lah. Okay, seterusnya. Okay, madam would like to nak telefon email? Mana tahu. Midterm test, okay, midterm test kamu semua. So itu kita ada buat kan. I upload. Okay. So untuk midterm test. Jadi 3/4. This is okay. Okay, semua dah buat kan test? Semua dah buat ke? Ada rasa dengan
madam.
flexibility ni menyebabkan kamu semua mudahlah nak buat. So, kat sini madam nak kamu semua kita tengok. Okay, kamu semua banyak buat soalan nombor berapa ya?
4 madam.
Nombor 4?
Saya buat 4.
Okay, so soalan nombor 1, define community development and then explain 5 stages of community development by Bo 1998. So, this is the answer. Community development can be defined as a process. Yang ni. So, macam mana? Satu definition, kemudian berikan elaboration dan juga examples, kamu akan dapat 5 markah. So, it doesn't mean kamu boleh beri 2 je macam ni. Lepas tu kamu boleh macam okay dapat dah 5 markah. Kamu kena at least elaborate juga pasal example tu with your own words and then you will get the marks lah. And then kamu tengok pula kepada dia tanya stages of community development by Bone 1998. So inilah dia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 then of course we want it with elaboration and examples. Barulah setiap satu tu bukan ni. Okay. Darab 4. Okay, 4 markah barulah 20 marks. Apa ni ya Allah. Okay, barulah 20 marks. Anak ni. Lepas tu okay, so macam ni. Okay, kalau ada 5, dia akan jadi biasanya dia memang macam ni introduction 3, conclusion 2 and then tengah-tengah tu dia akan ada 4 ataupun 5 point yang kamu perlu isi. Kalau point dia nak 3 je, dia akan jadi macam 6 point lebih. Jadi akan 20. Content tu 20. So of course lah, okay. Dia kena, kalau macam ni 5 darab itu 20 mark. Kalau soalan yang terpecah A dengan B ni, Okay, kalau terpecah A dengan B ni, maknanya tak perlu dah introduction dengan conclusion. Kalau soalan yang macam ni, okay, ditanyakan soalan yang kedua. Discuss 4 categories of town in life suggested by Bone. So, bila tanya macam ni, dan bila 25 markah, of course, you have to do the introduction lah. Okay, the introduction ni kadang-kadang pelajar pun, dia tak relevan dengan answer pun tak boleh juga. So dalam ni suggestion madam adalah explain on life cycle model. Okay, so maknanya apa itu life cycle model? Okay, introduction sebanyak 3 markah. And then lepas tu kamu pun buatlah 4 kategori of town yang kita belajar, iaitu bombast town, towns of uncertainty, diversified town and sustainable town. Semuanya ada di dalam modul madam, adalah nota kita. Okay. Okay. Ya Allah ni, and then conclusion. Ya, kuih tak apalah makan lah. Mama tak kelas ni. Okay, question 3. Tanya 3 types of popular sustainability model and then explain 2 characteristic of ideal scientific. So, bila this kind of questions, you don't have to do the introduction and then conclusion because all the marks goes to the content. Okay, jom tengok ni. Bila dia tanya 3 types of popular sustainability. Kamu jawablah legacy model, overlapping circles model, nested dependencies model, and then okay, and then tanya pula apakah tu 2 ciri-ciri ideal scientific model. So Madam tulis kat sini. So bila kamu orang kata ambil 2 poin pun dah mencukupi. Bila dia minta 2, beri 2 saja, jangan beri lebih. Sebab apa? Sebab kamu akan membazirkan masa kamu kat situ. Kita tak nak banyak, kita nak elaboration yang lebih mendalam. Faham And then soalan keempat lah. Okay. 4 actors that should involve. Okay. In pursuing sustainable development effort. Okay, so bercakap like the introduction should be relevant with the answer seperti biasa. And then pastikan actors, apa yang kamu suggestion madam adalah buatlah definition of actors of sustainable development. Okay, so tengoklah international bodies and organisation, government, buatlah, ambil mana-mana 4 yang kamu, bila banyak pilihan macam ni, ambillah 4 yang paling kamu rasa kamu boleh elaborate dengan meletup. Maknanya yang hebat, janganlah ambil yang, so jangan buat 6 sebab Meda tidak akan kira 6, Meda hanya akan kira 4 sahaja. Okay, so yang penting sekali lagi Meda nak tekankan adalah introduction dan elaboration dan example dalam satu-satu point tu. So kalau dia nak 4 saja beri, tak perlu beri 6, 7, 10 sebab itu macam point tu kita nak 4 saja. Yang penting elaboration, how you explain dalam tu. Okay. So biasalah conclusion 2 marks. Macam mana Madam nak buat conclusion yang bagus? Okay, conclusion yang bagus adalah bila kamu kata wrap ataupun gulung semula hujah-hujah kamu yang ke atas tu. Kamu tekankan balik. Okay. Dan yang seterusnya, okay, yang ni ada buat tak? Ini soalan yang Madam buat, Madam fikir ia relate dengan assignment kamu. Okay, so maknanya orang kata 4 NGO yang participate dalam sustainable development. Of course lah, ini sebenarnya soalan untuk assignment kamu. Okay, so kamu boleh buat yang mana orang kata berdasarkan pada assignment kamu lah. Sebenarnya kan. So introduction, beri maksud apa tu NGO. Siapa ada ke yang buat soalan nombor yang ni?
Saya buat madam.
So kamu buat NGO mana? Assignment kamu ke?
PKN, the World Fund, UNICEF, and then
okay,
satu lagi yang sama dengan telah group presentation.
Group presentation dalam kelas yang kita buat ni kan? Okay, so that is good. Okay. Kenapa hidung orang tengah kelas ni, hormat sikit. Kenapa hidung api tu? Kenapa? Dia macam-macam kuku-kuku sikit. Okay, dan yang soalan yang, okay, so that's good. Soalan yang macam tu sebenarnya agak senang sebenarnya, tapi kita kena pandai tackle lah. And then dan seterusnya adalah on how government can promote sustainable development within its jurisdiction. Bagaimana 4 bagaimana 4 cara kerajaan. Yang ni pun ada. Okay, so dia ada banyak. Ambil lah yang paling kamu rasa kamu faham. Sampai kita macam contohnya providing vision and strategy to incorporate sustainability in public policy. Masa tak tahu lah nak elaborate macam mana. Tak payah buat macam tu. So kamu memahami setiap satu point tu. Lepas tu baru kamu ambil lah point yang paling kamu boleh nak elaborate. Because we want to see your elaboration and then your example. Okay. And then ambil 4 saja and then conclusion. Buatlah apa-apa conclusion. So habislah untuk midterm test. So itu adalah midterm test. Okay, so Madam nak beri juga contoh pada kamu macam mana soalan lama-lama dulu. Bukan soalan lama-lama orang kata. Kita tengok macam mana soalan final dulu-dulu. Okay. Ni ada 5A, 5B. Okay. Ya. Oh, jaminnya. Pergi sekolah tak nak tiba-tiba. Okay, ni soalan pada, kita tengok pada semester bila ya. Februari. So, inilah soalan pertama kali yang berbentuk, oh bukan. Februari 2021. Okay, tak ada. Dulu zaman-zaman dulu soalan ABC sangat mudah hidup dia orang dan true and false. Lepas tu adalah satu. Okay, macam ni. So, orang kata dia ada jugalah soalan tapi ini pun macam mudah-mudah je. Sekejap Madam cari yang lain. Ada tak yang Oktober? Julai, Mac Julai. So Madam letak dalam ni je final. March, Julai. Okay, ni ada. Letak final exam. Okay. Okay, kita tengok. Oh lama ni template. Okay, ni soalan contoh macam minggu lepas. Minggu lepas pula, sorry, semester harap lepas. Nak marah rasa. Okay. So dia ada berapa soalan? Soalan ini ada 2 part. Satu part A 2 soalan, part B 4 soalan. So disuruh kamu jawab. Banyak juga 4 soalan kamu kena jawab ya. Part A jawab semua 2 dah, and then part B 3 soalan. So 5 soalan. Banyak juga So ini adalah, ya Allah, template. Kejap ni tengok. Guidelines dia mana soalannya? Ini cara-caranya. Ini template. Kejap Ikut. Try tengok jap. 350 final assessment. Soalan dia, okey, sebenarnya bermula daripada tahun dulu, kamu sudah pun kena ada essay. Kalau tidak, PAD350 dulu berlambak-lambak dia punya A. Sebab apa? Sebab dia sangat mudah. Okey, ni final test. Ni question paper. Alhamdulillah. Okey, ni soalan dia. So, identify 2 political obstacles of sustainable development. Elaborate on any 3 aims of good health and well-being for people in just sustainable development goals. So, ni chapter berapa ni kelas? Agak-agak susah ke senang? So ni 2 soalan ni, semua soalan ni kamu wajib jawab. Okay. 2 halangan, ni ada kan obstacle of sustainable development yang politik, social, and then 3 aims of good health. Yang ni kamu kena baca pula dalam tu. Okay. And then part B jawab 3 soalan, define sustainable development, 5 markah. And then highlight 4 importance of sustainable development. Ni chapter 1. Okay. And then chapter 3. Discuss with relevant example 4 characteristic of boom bust town. Okay. 4 roles of United Nations. Chapter 4. And then 4 environmental protection in sustainable development. Okay. So ni je soalan dia. Simple-simple je. Yang penting kamu kena well versed dengan modul yang Madam cari. Yang Madam beri tu. And then bolehlah jawab. Alright. Okay, itulah sedikit sebanyak yang Madam boleh kongsikan kepada kamu semua. So Madam harap kamu semua boleh menjadikan orang kata question and answer skill. Madam harap kamu semua boleh menjadikan paper PAD 350 sebagai paper yang kamu boleh dapat A lah. This is the jawapannya. Madam tak boleh beri, cuma Madam boleh tunjuk lah. Right. For important. Tapi kan sama je macam nota. Kan kamu kena so make sure masa test tu kamu dah well versed dengan nota kamu. Kalau masa tu lah baru nak memahami page, baru nak memahami bab berapa, susah lah. So, kena well versed dengan nota. Dua-dua sekali. Apa orang kata? Slide dan juga of course modul yang Madam buat tu. Okeylah semua, kita habis sampai setakat ni dulu. Minggu depan kita sambung pula dengan next presentation. Okey, Assalamualaikum semua.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.